can we go back to 1947 at any point?
Yes. Because in 1940, what Kevin's making reference to, for any of you that are not conspiracy buffs, Area 51, our friends in Area 51, the downed UFO, unidentified flying object,
Commonly known as the Roswell incident.
right, was, if you look at, I'm going to
Pull that bitch up. I popped.
Yeah. If you look at the actual document from the FBI on July 8th, 1947, Steve, it's the link that's down in the main show discussion in the format. This is the teletype from Roswell from the FBI. Now, if you look at the center of this missive, I guess it was not an internal memo, right? This would have been sent electronically. The link is, there it is. If you can zoom on that for everyone watching.
Cameraman
Zoom.
Zoom on the abs.
Now, in the middle of this, where there's that handwritten 67C on the side there. Yeah. That reads, the object found resembles a high-altitude weather balloon with a radar reflector, which is exactly the description of these balloons now. So this whole, I'm not one of these sci-fi buffs or Roswell buffs, but I never realized that the downed spaceship was described.
Oh, I recalled that from all those UFO shows that I watched. That it was, they were trying to put it off as a weather balloon, and that was always what people would be like, oh, come on.
With the big metal...
flying saucer.
No, hanging from the bottom, the big metal reflector gimmick. We're still here. This is 1947. Oh, yeah. 80 years later, we're still here. The balloons.
As they would say, we're fucking grabbing the same hold.
We're
in a fucking we're in the same rear chin we were in 1947.
God damn it. Unfucking believable. You know, the balloon, we talked about the balloon, we talked about the Roswell thing this week, and so
the pedophile Buck
Zumhoff, Buddy Rich. This is, the write-up for this episode is going to sell it. So it got me thinking about the Roswell thing. Seemed completely ridiculous to me as I began to research it in light of the balloon thing. Right. So we're talking the balloon shit this week. Then I open the FBI dossier there, and I see that this is described very similarly to the ones now with the metal underneath. So I got to thinking of a lot of the unexplained phenomena. And are we at a time now where we can say, with media and technological advances, nobody buys this shit anymore? If Area 51 had happened now, as opposed to 1947, it wouldn't have even been a blip on the fucking radar. So
because we're so conditioned not to give a fuck.
But is that what it is, or is it debunked almost as it becomes news now?
No, because if it doesn't directly affect us, we don't care. I want my guns. I don't give a fuck about some weather balloon. It's like they say that there's aliens that walk among us. I mean, that's like people say that all the time. Oh, yeah,
there are illegal aliens that walk among us.
No, I'm talking about fucking, some people believe that there's shapeshifters and all this other shit. It's just like with I think once CGI got beyond claymation,
they can do anything.
Yeah, once Sinbad was fucking like no longer fucking as good as shit got. I mean, I was watching some horrible show on Netflix last night. It's about robots, but I mean, what you can do for CGI wise now, cheap. You would think that it's. I'm like, wow, this is going to be worth watching. The guy, they take the show and they dub it, and the guy's alarm goes off. Okay, this show is for English, and the robot says it's 1,300 hours. He goes, "What time zone?" The robot goes, "Moscow." Well, motherfucker, he goes out and gets into a fucking like a 85 Buick LeSabre. Like, why would you say Moscow? Why wouldn't you say New York? Or like, if we're trying to put this off like it's being shot here, you're speaking English, and then all of a sudden we're in Moscow, and you're driving a Buick. I was like, I'm gone.
What was this called?
Buck Zumhoff.
The Life of Buck Zumhoff.
Buck Zumhoff, fucking world's greatest pedophile, unknown.
So Area 51. So I found this Popular Mechanics article that kind of goes into how Area 51 really works. So the Area 51, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, that is a real thing. Okay, and it's a military installation in Nevada, and because Roswell was nearby, the theories began to circulate that this military base was harboring the secrets of alien life forms and their vehicles and whatnot. So this is following the 1947 crash. Rumors of course, aliens, and then Soviet aircraft. They were saying that it was, and even that the U.S. government had filmed the 1969 moon landing at this location. So for all that shit, what Area 51 really is, it is a government installation. It is top secret stuff, and you might have seen, or one might have seen, flying objects there because. The beginning of Area 51 was directly related to the development of the U-2 reconnaissance aircraft, which was shortly after World War II. Okay, the Soviet Union lowered the Iron Curtain, I guess, and the rest of the Eastern Bloc, creating an intelligence blackout, couldn't get information. So what happened? So we begin testing aircraft at this location. So I guess it would be the Navy and the Air Force begin to send low-flying aircraft, right, over Russia, and constant risk of being shot down. So Area 51, because I guess its map designation gives it the name, this middle-of-nowhere site, they begin trying to engineer this reconnaissance plane, a U-2. I'm not a military guy. I don't know what the fuck a U-2 is. But
Achtung Baby.
But it's a good band, and so this testing begins, and so again, the parallels continue. Altitude becomes an issue now, because today's airliners can like 45,000, 50,000 feet in the air, right? So, but in the mid 50s, airlines flew at altitudes between 10,000 and 20,000. I didn't know this before I read this, so. If military aircraft could get above like that, to like 40,000 feet where our aircrafts are today, they wouldn't be detected. So it's just, so the bar just got raised. So now we fly our balloons above where the planes are to avoid detection. So Area 51 was a top secret Air Force installation that was testing all this stuff. So there are people still today. Wasn't there an anniversary a few years ago where people went there and they were like camped out and trying to get in? And it became a whole thing. Like out in Roswell, they sell.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, Bob Lazar, that whole Bob Lazar shit, you know, What is that?
who worked there, who
Right.
I guess that's been confirmed that much.
Yeah. He
but
said
could-
that he said that he's seen was not only did he say he worked there, he worked on reverse engineering the downed UFOs that were the actual situation causers. Put it this way: how the fuck do we have those stealth bombers and all this other shit that are the size of a 747, but on a radar they're a Sparrow? How do we have those and nobody else does?
Don't
We
you think
just-
there'd be more than one dude who would confirm what was going on there other than Bob Lazar?
I think Jesse Ventura's too.
That's Mexico. with his Dalmatians or whatever the hell.
1,000 dogs.
So, in Area 51, I really see nothing. That's kind of debunked itself. I mean, the military it admits to they're running their tests of aircraft, and maybe some bizarre shit did fall down.
Yeah, but
maybe they're shooting it out of the sky to test
now-
its durability.
Now they do. Now it's like, oh no, we've always been testing aircraft. It's just that the last from 80 to 2000 was shit that we re-engineered off a fucking alien aircraft.
Where
Put
do
it
you
this-
stand? Where do
put
you
it- put it
stand
this-
on it?
I put it this way: you go to the Mayan, the Incas, and the Egyptians, and which were the three most advanced civilizations. On every one of those pyramids is some motherfucker on a rocket that didn't exist. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
I'm one of those. What was it Chariots of the Gods or whatever it was? Wasn't that the book, the movie,
Which one?
Steve? What was that called?
Chariots of Fire?
No, it was the one
That was
where
the running movie.
they talked about. Oh fuck! It was they talked about the aliens and the how they all the whatever the fuck.